Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about starvation, okay? Because SHTF happens, people are going to be starving. And if you are not eating like you should, you'll be starving whether or not you've eaten anything or not. And let's say, if you're only eating 500 calories a day, but you're putting out 3,500 calories a day in effort, you're starving, okay? So, and there's a lot of things that can cause starvation. Of course, grid down, mini ice age, peak oil, the just-in-time delivery system. Okay, if something happens and they can't get food to the stores don't stock much, and it doesn't take long for people to burn through their food reserves that they have in their home. If they have any, a lot of people only have 1 or 2 days worth of food in their homes. They'll go down, all the stores will be looted. All the office buildings will be looted. All of the vending machines will be busted into. All the, everything. It'll be gone in no time flat. Within a week, people will start looting for food, if not earlier. Okay. So you have to be real careful about it. And you need to plan for that. You need to have food to get you through, to get you away. Okay. The just-in-time delivery system it saves companies a lot. I understand why they do it. It saves companies a lot of money by not having to stockpile and store as much stuff, okay? But it also there is no stockpile and store at that point. So, that could be a bad thing. And then if people get it all looted out, you're done, okay? Now, 6 to 48 hours of glycogen, I think is the name of it. It's in your liver. That's what gives you energy. Okay, you will lose energy once that's gone. You get to the phase where you're hungry or hangry or whatever you want to call it, and you're going to get a headache. You're going to get irritable. Okay, you're going to get all those things. A little lethargic. After a day to 3 days, you're going to start to go into ketosis. Okay, you're going to get flu symptoms. You're going to feel bad, right? And then you're going to actually get to feel better. You'll start feeling better after a week or so. You'll have lower energy, but you'll feel better for a period of time. Okay. What happens is your body starts burning your reserves, the reserves in your liver, and then it starts working on your fat. And then when it realizes, oh my God, we're not getting food, then it's going to start doing things like attacking your solid protein in your muscles. Okay, basically there's several. You can Google it. There's a big long laundry list worth of stuff on starvation. Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it's just a lot. It's a big long video. After about 2 weeks, you go into autophagy. That's what I was talking about. The switch from the fat to the proteins in your body and start attacking your muscles. Because your head's not going to think correctly if you don't have things to eat. Because especially if you have no body fat left or low body fat. Because your brain actually runs on your body fat, from what I understand. I could be wrong. You're going to get tiredness, faintness, apathy, dizziness, weakness, dehydration. A lot of people won't drink, okay? Even if you don't have food and you found water, drink. By all means, drink a lot of water because the dehydration part is really going to hurt you, okay? Because basically, if you don't have anything in your intestines, your gut flora and fauna dies, okay? And it's going to cause problems with your intestinal tract, your stomach, your liver, all kinds of things. You're going to have organ failure at some point. And most people don't die of starvation. They die of heart failure because of the starvation, okay? Or other organ failure. When you have been starving for a while, it's really, really hard to digest food because of that, if you do get some. So the reason why I'm always prepping food is because I don't want to starve. Let me tell you a story. When I was a kid, we lived in Barbados. My dad moved us there, and we had to leave in a hurry because of something he did that was illegal, probably. My dad was not a very good man. And we were on a sailboat that I think he stole. And he sailed us up through the islands all the way to Florida. Okay. And when we got there, he conned some guy into having us move into this house. Well, it was in the wintertime in Florida, which thank God it was Florida and not Michigan or something. But we didn't have blankets, just a couple of blankets. We didn't have furniture. We didn't have anything. Okay. We didn't have any food. All right. I had to go to school because if you didn't go to school, the truant officer would come around. And on the way to school, we would steal oranges out of the groves to eat. And at night, when he did get us some food, it was usually, we'd split a bologna sandwich. Okay. This didn't go on for very long, but it went on long enough for me to really, it made an impression on me, and I remembered it. I remember there was a dock. It was right next to this lake, and there was a dock. And I would go out the dock, and I'd look down at that, and there'd be fish swimming around, but I had no way to catch them. Okay? And I didn't know anything about fish traps or anything like that. I'm like 9 years old, 8, 9 years old. I didn't know anything about stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, starvation is a thing. It's a thing that you don't want to experience. Now, I wasn't total starvation, but I was hungry. Okay? And we didn't have hardly anything. And stealing oranges, and I felt bad for doing it, but it didn't stop me because I was hungry. Okay? Now, we never got caught, so we didn't get in trouble with the owner of the orange grove. But, he could have caught us. It could have been, or maybe he did see us and just didn't say anything. I don't know. But after a while, you can't digest food very easy because the acid production in your stomach has reduced considerably because there's nothing there to trigger production of it. There's no food in your system. So that's why when somebody's dehydrated and starving, you would start them out on a thin broth, okay, to get liquid into their system and to start stimulating their digestive tract, including their stomach. You get immune deficiencies, swelling from the fluid. You lose your sex drive, after a while. Malnutrition gives you AIDS-like symptoms. It can cause an immuno. It's not AIDS, but it's an immune deficiency caused by the malnutrition and starvation that lets other things attack your body. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to go over the starvation thing just a little bit. Because you can get anemic, okay, severe headaches, lower blood pressure, slower heart rate, thyroid malfunction, depression, hallucinations, lower body temperature. You won't be able to keep yourself warm or cool because you won't be able to regulate your body temperature very good. There's lots and lots of problems with starvations other than just being hungry. Okay, it causes a lot of problems. If you look up National Geographic and you see all those little kids with the distended bellies and bones for arms, you'll understand some of the physical manifestations of starvation. But it doesn't cover the internal stuff or the mental or anything like that. And that's something you need to know about, because if you're not prepping heirloom seeds, food, a way to procure food, a way to find food in the wild, a way, if you don't have that knowledge and you don't have those preps, you're going to be hurting in an SHTF situation. You're going to be hurting big time. So you need to think about that. You need to prepare for that. My fishing kit is pretty substantial for my bug out bag. I live in a desert. Okay. I'm probably going to pare it down a little bit, but not much. And the reason being is because I won't be able to stay here in an SHTF situation. There's no water. Okay. I have to leave, and where I'm going, there quite possibly could be. So I'm planning for that eventuality. I hope to happen. Like making those trail bars I made. Okay, that's about a pound and a half of high density caloric food intake for me while I'm traveling to get to someplace where I can find food. And of course, on the way, I'm going to be looking. If I see, you know, curly dock, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pluck it. I'm going to cook it. If I see anything at all that resembles that I know is food, prickly pear cactus, saguaro cactus fruit, hackberries, cactus blossoms. There's a lot of things that, you know, in my area of the country, there's a lot of things that can be eaten that can fill you up. Are they super nutritious? Sometimes, but not always. But they will put something on your stomach, okay, which will help keep the digestive fluid process going. Now, don't eat if you don't have water. Water will use up, eating will use up the water in your body that you may need to get you to point B. Okay, so unless you have water, try not to eat. So having water is such a huge issue. Of course, everybody knows that, and it's on every single video, but you can't be stressed enough to go water heavy in your pack, okay? You know, unless you live somewhere where you know that 2 miles down the road there's a running stream and it runs year round, and 10 miles down the road there's a big lake, and over there, you know, 40, 50 miles away there's a great big river. You know, you just have to have enough water to get you from point A to point B. But out here, you might go 50 or 100 miles without water. No water. So you have to carry, you know, and if you can only walk 10 miles a day, you're going to have to carry 4 or 5 days worth of water. And that's heavy, okay? So it's something to be considerate of. You need to plan for that. You need to have your maps, which way you're going to go. You definitely have to plan an escape route, even if you think your place is a fortress. So anyway, and because starvation is such a huge issue, you know, cache yourself some stuff on the way. If you don't mean to carry it, at least water. You know, you can take, you know, 2-3 gallons of water and say, okay, I'm going to go along here, and at this mile marker, 500 foot in, I'm going to bury, you know, 2 gallons of water or 1 gallon of water or whatever the case may be. But also in that, I'm going to get one of those little metal popcorn tins and put it in there and put some food ration bars in there, and I'll bury that so that stuff can't dig it up easily. You know, you can get those popcorn tins down there at the thrift stores and stuff, just little metal tins, you know, with little lids. Those Danish butter cookie things, that's a tin. So, you know, you might not be able to fit but a bottle of water in there, but if you had 2 or 3 of them, you know, you could fit several bottles of water. And then some snacks. But my point being is you got to have food and water, and food is huge. It's huge. You cannot believe the bad decisions you'll make when you're hungry or when you're starving. Bad decisions are going to be rampant. Okay. But anyway, just a little talk on starvation and malnutrition and dehydration. You know, I'm mainly starvation though. I wanted you guys to have that in your minds, to think about, to plan for, because that's what I'm planning for. And so I feel like you guys need to plan for it as well. Anyway, if you thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. Check my links down below for a coupon code for $50 off an EMP Shield unit, who, by the way, is working with the White House right now to EMP proof our grid. Okay, these guys are not fly-by-nights. They check out their website. You just do your own research and you'll see what I'm talking about. But $50 off using Lady T, LADYT, all caps. You know, $50 is $50. You can use that to buy, you know, 2 big packages of heirloom seeds. Anyway, I'm out of here, and you guys have a great day, and y'all come back and see me.